What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. In this episode, we're going to have another Star Wars discussion, and what we're going to talk about is the Jedi and what the true meaning of bringing balance to the Force really is. Now, the whole prophecy was that the chosen one would bring balance to the Force. The chosen one would prevail over the dark side, whatever, something along that lines, right? So, Anakin obviously was not the one to bring balance to the Force. He went full dark side. And Luke wasn't the one to bring balance to the Force. He went full light side. And I'm sure you know where I'm going with this now, that the true way to bring balance to the Force is to find that perfect balance, that perfect line between the light side and the dark side. Without both of them, you cannot create balance. Think about it. There was a point where the Sith ruled the galaxy, right? And then, their reign had to come to an end. And then the Jedi won, and then the light was in charge, and everything was that, And then, again, then the Jedi died, and then the Sith came back, right? And there was no balance to the Force on either side of this. That's because no one has truly rode the line between light and dark. And that's where I think they're going with the new trilogy. Think about what Luke says in the Last Jedi trailer. He says, it's time for the Jedi to end. Because Luke realizes now that, I guess through the journals of the wills or something like that. Now, I'm not up to date on Rebels, so I don't know what's been explained on Rebels about the Jedi and the light side, the dark side. I have no idea. I wait for the season to be done, and then I watch the whole thing. I got burned on Clone Wars by watching too many throwaway episodes that I didn't think were good at all. And, whatever. You need to have it. You got 20-something episodes, you know what I mean? I get it. I'm not talking bad about the show. It's not about that. Anyway, so I don't know what Rebels has told. So I'm only going off of what I've seen. All the movies, Clone Wars, and then the Force Awakens trailer. So what I think Luke has realized is that it's not about the Sith or the Jedi. Choosing either one of those paths is the wrong way. What you need to do is embrace the full power of the Force. That's the light side. That's the dark side. Remember what Palpatine says? Or Sidious. I forgot which form he's in. I think he's actually in the Palpatine form when he says this. He says the only way you can feel the true power of the Force is, through the dark side. And he has a point there, because I'm sure most Siths, not all, but I'm sure many of them, I shouldn't even say most, I'm sure many of them have been trained in the light side and then turned dark. So they kind of have a feel for both, right? But in order to truly bring balance and wield the Force the right way is to use both the light and the dark side. Now, I'm stuck between who's going to figure this out. I mean, is it Rey or is it Kylo? Because when Kylo's saying, I will finish what you started, grandfather, right? When he's talking to the helmet. Part of me thinks he means in destroying the Jedi. So he wants to find Luke and kill Luke, right? And because that's what he thinks that Vader was his goal, I guess. And then part of me thinks it's about bringing balance to the Force. So maybe Snoke knows too, just like Luke, that you need to use the light and the dark to bring balance. I'm not really sure about that part of it. So, but I'm pretty sure that Kylo's motivations are either to kill all the Jedi, which is what he thought his grandfather was doing, or to bring balance to the Force, which is what he thought, the prophecy was, just like everybody else feels that was the prophecy, right? So I really think that it's one of those two things. But I think the main focus of episode 8, The Last Jedi, is going to be about, I'm going to say, I think other people have been calling them this, so I'm sure this might have came out on Rebels already. I don't really know. The gray Jedi, right? A Jedi that rides the line between. And I'm not sure if that's going to be Kylo or Rey, but I have a feeling it's going to be Rey and Kylo. But Kylo has a misinterpretation of it, right? So Kylo's going to be this tragic figure, like how Anakin was, where Snoke is lying to him and manipulating him into making the decisions that he's making, when he shouldn't be going full dark side, like killing Han. He should be like riding the middle, right? And I think, but I feel like Snoke is using him in some way. I don't know, maybe to be reincarnated as something stronger or something like that. I don't really know. That's for another video. This video is just about the Force and bringing balance to it. So yeah, I think Rey is gonna actually, or Kylo, but I'm thinking more Rey is going to actually bring the one to bring balance to the Force, and that's through the tutelage of Luke. And he's going to do it in an unorthodox way, like how Yoda trains in an unorthodox way. That's what Luke is going to do. I think Rey's not going to want to use the dark side or go dark, and Luke is going to provoke her and push her into getting into some of those dark side elements. It's going to be really, either way, whichever way they go, it's going to be really interesting to see how they manipulate Rey into kind of being bad and good. That's interesting because she seems like such a light side, good beacon of hope character like Luke was. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But I think ultimately in episode 9, we're going to see Rey's dark side. We may even start to see it in episode 8. And, this movie's definitely going to be a lot darker. I'm so excited. So, this is part of the May the 4th video, so tune in all month. We are going to continue to pump out Star Wars as well as other cosmic and galactic videos. We also have MCU Cosmic on the channel right now, as well as other Star Wars content. And also keep a lookout for some Alien, Prometheus stuff we got coming later on in the month. And we're going to try and put together some fun videos that are also cosmic-y, galactic kind of things. All right, thank you so much for watching. Sound off down below. Let me know what you think about this video. What you think about the Force, the light side, the dark side, bringing balance to it, all that stuff. Let me know what you think about this video. How am I doing? Good job, bad job. Any opinion is a good opinion, in my opinion. That's a lot of opinions. Yeah, definitely like, share, subscribe if you like the video. It helps the channel grow, as well as it helps boost my confidence level, as well as it helps YouTube figure out who likes what videos. Watching them isn't really enough to let YouTube know that you're a fan of the content. So, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. I think I said that already, but you know me, I say it 800 times a video, but I am thankful for you watching. It's always appreciated. You guys have a great day, and yep, I cut it off, and I will see you next time. I'll get better at those endings one of these days. Sorry.